there, students. So this video is going to show you how to start your thumbnail sketches for your interior forms assignment. I've got my laptop kind of flat on the table and a piece of paper next to me, and this is the interior space drawing assignment. You are going to be able to link easily, hopefully, to Piranesi's images. And here they are. So here are the imaginary prisons from Piranesi's series. And clicking on each image will bring you to the Met Museum collection. So let's go to this one. So I click there, and of course my cat decides that it's time to walk through the video. So here is one of the images, and the cool thing about the Met Museum images is that they do often have quite a bit of information here, but there's not much here. Sometimes they have little videos below, not in this case. Other times they have the full information, and other times they have audio that can be quite interesting. If you scroll on down, often you can link pretty easily to other drawings that are similar. So we're going to start with this drawing, and also if you click on it, then you get a larger image, and you can even go right into the image so that you can see it very, very well. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to put this image pretty close. I'm going to actually have it the size that I want it to be as well, and I'm going to try to put it close to the edge of my laptop so that it's right next to where I want to draw. I was doing this in the car the other day, doing some examples, and I had my laptop on my lap and my paper, my pad of paper just propped right next to, like I would prop my paper, this is another drawing, prop my paper right there, and then I'd have the drawing and be able to sketch really easily from it. So it's great stuff that we have here. So I'm going to do a thumbnail sketch, and before I even start, I can start to figure out what the major lines are, the perspective lines. I'm just calling them perspective lines. And this is a complicated drawing, but many of the lines kind of go in the same direction. Let's see. So these are going this way. So there's a vanishing point over here somewhere. And then if I find the lines here, there's a vanishing point over there, okay? So you kind of, as you're drawing, you're going to try to imagine where those vanishing points are going towards. So I'm gonna make a thumbnail sketch box because that's always a good way for me to start. And there's my box, and I'm going to I'm kind of thinking of where those lines are, and those lines, and those lines, and the stairs down there I think would be in the same. So we've got lines that are going that way towards a vanishing point over there, and then that line, those lines going in this direction to a vanishing point over there. Looks totally confusing, right? But now we're going to figure out kind of proportion-wise and space-wise where the biggest objects are. So I feel like this, and this column are pretty important. So I'm going to put those in. And this one. And then I'm going to figure out where these lines here are. So let's see. This one goes back. And I'm always looking at kind of what slant is it? Is it this? Is it this? Is it this? And I want my lines to be very, very light so that I can change them later on. It's very, very important. And then oh, you know how you always want to go right for the detail. I always want to go right for the detail. So here the stairs are very complicated, and of course that's where I want to go. I want to figure out the stairs. Think of things as just shapes and the direction that they're going in. Do not use a ruler because it's really going to slow you down. And you can always bring a ruler in later, but this is a thumbnail sketch, so we want to be kind of so these are lines are going this way. We want to be very loose and free with this. So my lines are fairly light, very light to start with, and then they're fairly light as I go forward, and then they get a little bit darker. Okay, so I've got this coming across like that, and I've got these coming down like that. And it's all about understanding the structure, okay? It's not about getting it perfect. But here's, now that I've got kind of some major elements, I'm going to go around and find some parts that I feel are important. I don't know what these lines are, but they seemed important to me. Okay, this is going back like that, and this arch here, well, kind of arch kind of thing, seems important to me. Let's see, I feel driven to get these stairs. So these are going to be, they're kind of going straight across, aren't they? This almost feels like it turns into a boat. Maybe it is a boat. The wonderful thing about Piranesi is that, especially these imaginary prisons, it just feels so, I mean, imaginative is the word that comes to mind, but there should be a better word that is more, you know, academic. I mean, it's hard to not feel as though you're looking into his mind in some way. And playing around with these really makes me love linear perspective, because so many of the lines are going towards one place, a random place. So, okay, let's say that I'm going to put a few little things here, and these are just wonderful. Oh my gosh, these bizarre little, they almost look like frogs. Let's find out what they are. Oh, they're gargoyle type things. And one of them looks like they're on fire. But look at how even these parts that are very, very detailed, it almost looks like he's smoking a cigarette, or maybe I'm looking at it completely wrong. So it looks like someone's sitting cross-legged, or maybe a fountain. It's just hard to tell what it is. And then see these humans, almost like gesture drawings, aren't they? Okay, so I got carried away looking at what those were. But that's kind of how this process is. So this is going to be my thumbnail sketch, okay? And then I can start thinking, what do I want to put into this thumbnail sketch? So let's find, I had a number of images that were, oh, here they are. I had a number of images that I was thinking of using. And these happen to be images that photos that I've taken myself that I've just been thinking, oh, these would look kind of interesting. So this big weird branch, this exploded tree, got these interesting mushrooms, close up, these flowers. Someone gave me flowers and they were just so much fun. Does this get bigger? Yeah. So just taking kind of bits of flowers. And I actually have paintings in which flowers have been really important elements as well. Let's see. Cat. I do think it would be fun to have kind of a cat looking down on one of these, and the house across the street. Let's see. Let's have the cat kind of looking out. So what I'm going to do here, for me, I think it's going to be easiest for me at this point if I just kind of superimpose the cat on top. So the cat is yawning. I'm going to kind of ignore the rest of the picture, and I want the cat to be kind of here. Okay, there's his nose, his mouth, and then coming down like this. So let's see if I can then take my eraser, and it's very confusing to draw a cat on top of Piranesi structure. Maybe he'll be coming off of, let me remind myself what this looks like. So maybe he'll be coming in front of this, or maybe in back of here. No, he'll be coming just in front of this. Okay, he's going to play with space. I think that Piranesi also plays with space, so I think that'll be okay. Here's my kitty. Let's get so that the cat is like this. Okay, cat eye, cat ear. It's going to look pretty weird, but at least hopefully we'll be able to tell that it's a cat. That's all I'm going for right now. It is a cat. Okay. Snout, nose. I think if I wasn't rushing, it would it would feel more cat-like to me. Oh, eye, mouth. He's very ferocious. This guy's name is Smokey, and he does some very photogenic things every once in a while, like this. I don't feel like this is really working quite yet, but the problem is just that I'm rushing. So often, you know, trying to figure out when you're done with a drawing is always kind of hilarious, because it's like, usually for me, a drawing will just look horrible, and then finally, one moment after it looks horrible, that's when it looks great. Okay. So here. Okay. That's going to have to be good, because otherwise you're just going to be watching me draw a cat for so long. Okay, so what I'm going to have here now is the cat on top of Piranesi. So there will be a ladder coming up, and there will be these stairs coming out and down, and the cat will be kind of like this balloon on top of it. And then I need to have something from real life. So one thing that I love to draw are clothespins. I just think they are the best image in the world. I need this to be in the same, I want it to be in the same perspective as the rest. So I'm going to put it, ooh, how about if I just put it right on top of everything? So it's going to be, is that the same perspective? Pretty similar. So clothespin will be right on the side here. And so that's a start to start adding and blending references. Okay, just wanted to give you a quick look. Oh, and I had said to use some, use everything in these. So before I stop, let's add some color by, this is gray, that's not color per se. Let's have some blue. Let's have some blue in the background. No, let's have blue here. And then let's see. Ooh, maybe I'll use the orange that's back there. Let's have some orange back there. That'll be pretty wacky. Okay, let's try that. He's kind of like a Cheshire cat, isn't he? If you can tell that it's a cat. Right now it looks like a, who knows what it looks like. But it's a thumbnail sketch, you know? It's really normal to start getting all apologetic and say, oh, it doesn't look like it's supposed to look, and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, most people roll their eyes at that because it doesn't really matter. And I'll roll my eyes at it too, but then I do it. I still apologize for how my things look. So play around with 4 of these and see how things go. Okay? Thanks for watching.